What up, though? This your boy DOC, and by the title, it might be a little confusing, especially for the people that's already been subscribed to my channel. You've seen a few weeks back, which I'll leave a link in the description for that, a video that I put up talking about the similarities in the indictment. Now, it's the official indictment. I damn near believe I was the only channel. That's why I put up the watermark on it so people don't try to rip the file and put it up on their shit. But for the Taxstone indictment. Now, Bossip has put out an article as well, which I'm going to put that in the description, which is just really showing the Darrow versus, United States. But one of the things that they're saying that he has officially been indicted as of February the 18th on 2 gun charges. Now, from that, I'm going to put some different images up on the screen for you guys to read. It should be big enough for you guys to read. If not, let me know, and I'll, you should be able to just go in the description, click the link, and go directly to it and read it for yourself. But it's basically saying he has been officially indicted. The grand jury found enough evidence to indict him on 2 gun charges, which both of them would be for, holding 10 years apiece. I don't know if they're going to try to run them concurrent or not, or how they really do it in New York, if they're going to run them separate or concurrent, or what's the case. But they still trying to figure everything out to see behind the scenes if it had anything, because as of right now, no one's still getting, it seems as if they're trying to take him down for the gun charges. Now, let me know if you from New York or not. You can tell us a little bit more in the comment section how the laws are in New York, but no one's actually getting charged for the murder. And it's crazy because just say, for instance, I can't remember the guys' names. It's a situation that happened in Florida where these kids were like playing their music real loud in their car, and this guy pulled up on the side of them. They got into it, and the white guy ended up killing the dudes. Now, the dude got charged for everything else besides the actual murder of killing those kids. I can't remember 100%, but it just reminded me of that situation where, you'll get the gun charges, you'll get the, interstate commerce charge, or whatever. If it's not even Taxstone, it just seems sometimes inside of the court system or the judicial system, sometimes it's like the murder would just actually go overlooked, which to me, that's almost like condoning it for some reason. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying, but to me, it's just kind of crazy that on either side, if Troy did it, if Tax did it, or if it was a random person in the crowd that actually got a hold of the gun and pulled the trigger and killed Banger, my thing at the end of the day, he lost his life and his family deserves some justice to find out someone to be penalized for that situation. Like, Banger was killed in this situation, and no one on either side, is actually so far going down for it. I'm just here to report the news and let people know what's going on, keep them up to date on this situation. So like I said, people got a lot of opinions about it. A lot of people felt like the internet was snitching. You got a large amount of people that feel like Taxstone was dry snitching on himself. People putting out way too much information. We had people that, like I said with my video, was, some of the parts of that indictment was talking about information that he put out on his own podcast that they're trying to use against him. Also from his interviews on Vladtv. But it's just crazy because you still see people doing interviews, putting out, incriminating shit about themselves. And it's crazy, like you could just tell, which I'm not just going to say every street nigga, quote unquote street nigga, is going to have any knowledge of the law. They may have never gotten any type of trouble and had to deal with a lawyer and know the statutes of limitations of stuff that they should go and talk about. If you're 22 years old, you shouldn't be talking about something that you did with, when you was 22 or 23, or the street still talking about it and putting it out on the internet, for the simple fact they can't come back and build a case from all that stuff. Now, once things is public information, us bloggers, YouTubers, whatever you want to call us, have the right to talk about it. I actually listened to some of Taxstone's podcast. It was things, of course, it's gonna be things like I'll say that people disagree with. It's gonna be things that he say that I might not agree with, but I'm not the type of person that just want to see a person go to jail. But we gotta stick to the facts. And like they said, they found his handprints and everything all over the guns. And and despite in 2008 of him, with having already other charges and all that stuff, which, like I said, all that stuff is going to be on the screen for you to sit back and read, that he did not supposed to possess a gun at all. Now, one of the things I know a lot of people, I'm not going to say a lot, there was a few people questioning, and then I wanted to address it in this video. People was questioning about the two individuals that was talking. Now, the person that actually bought the gun in Florida, then the individual that was in the middle that got the gun directly to Taxstone. Now, like I said, my opinion was, I don't know if people have ever, purchased an illegal gun before. I'm not condoning it. I'm not saying that's something you should do. If you have the right to bear arms, your best bet is to go get a legal firearm. So if you have to protect yourself, that you can legally do so, you can turn yourself in and beat the case. If you are in a situation where you can't buy a legal firearm, most individuals that buy an illegal firearm from another individual, they have that understanding where the person selling it damn near automatically is going to report the gun stolen. So if anything happens once it's out of their hands, they don't have to say shit after the fact. They don't have to say, oh, I sold it to this person and that person sold it here, this and that. It's already on file that the gun was stolen. So it leaves all of it on the person that gets caught with the gun. And that's the chance that you take when you're dealing in the streets or in them type of situations. Now, because people was like, well, how is the person that went to the store snitching? Who's to say if that person even knew Taxstone? They're saying definitely the person that was in the middle that brought the gun up from Florida. Apparently they're saying it's enough information, and they were talking directly to the police that he sold the gun to him that was, found in that situation of that night. All I'm saying is basically there's ways around when you're dealing in the streets of people to have understandings. So the initial person that bought the gun from the store don't have to go point the finger at no one to make their case even heavier or stronger for the DA or for the grand jury to indict. And that's my thing. Like, some people that don't understand or dealt in those type of situations might not know that 99% of the time when people buy guns from another person, if you're a felon and you're buying a gun from another person, they damn near had an understanding and talk about it like, hey, if anything happened, I'm damn near going to try to let you know so you can either report it stolen, or that person is going to automatically report the gun stolen after the gun is sold. So if the person that's buying it ever do anything with it and have to toss it or it come up anywhere, if they do forensics on it and find that the gun got 90 bodies on it after the fact, the person that went to the store legally and bought it won't have shit to do with it if their fingerprints is not on it and they got it on file that the gun was stolen. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to condone, for people to have to go through all that. Like I say, if you got the legal right to buy a gun, buy a fucking gun. But to stay on topic, basically, within the past couple of days, the grand jury did have enough evidence to go ahead and indict him on 2 gun charges, which is holding 10 years apiece. So drop a comment, tell me what you think. Holla at your boy. I basically want to hear what y'all think about this case. To me, it's just unfortunate. Anybody, regardless if it was Taxstone, Troy Ave, anybody in the hip hop industry, or just any industry period, if you work a 9 to 5, it's just sad when people get the opportunity to start doing right in life and start getting them legal checks, endorsements, doing all this stuff, and this is kind of like when the keeping it real just goes wrong. Unfortunately, the war of words over online, the internet, it gets taken, the streets, the egos, all that extra shit, and it's just like these decisions people have to make as men, like, dumb niggas make dumb mistakes. So I would expect for smart people to make smart decisions, to not throw away everything that you have built over ego and, people losing their lives on whoever did it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not pointing the finger at nobody, but whoever did it, just everybody involved was on a successful route. They don't have to do certain things no more. They're making money legally and it's just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, a person's life was lost. You're gonna have people going to jail behind this dumb shit, and no one hurt. But if people got kids, the families of the people that lost their lives, and then people just sit back and just wonder like what was really accomplished at the end of the day. But like I say, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe. Holla at your boy. Drop a comment. Peace.